This story begins with a chance meeting with a wizened old man on a carriage ride from Carrigteer. The journey was long, but eventually he spoke. He said he was going to Kilkoom to visit his dying brother. He sensed we were broke and he asked us to retrieve something for him. He revealed very little, only telling us loosely where to find it, and that it was something taken from him long ago. The walled city of Kilkoom is nestled in the shadow of the old forest. Its citizens are raised with a specific set of rules. Never step on a fairy fort. Never let a piece of silver touch the forest floor, and never touch the white thorn oak. The white thorn is ancient beyond belief. Its roots run deep, and its memory long. The White Witch of Chapel Lane had two sons, Arthur and Dan. They knew the rules as well as any other child of Kilkoom. Their mother's extensive knowledge of the magical world made them privy to why the white thorn is sacred. Without it, the forest would die. For protection, its bark is covered in thousands of glass-like needles. These spines contain a great and terrible power. Both brothers were fascinated by the tree, but Dan became obsessed. He wanted to wield this mysterious power for himself, but its ritual eluded him. Years passed and he proved himself to be a talented wizard. Finally, on an ancient scroll in a forgotten shelf of the old temple library, he found the ritual of the white thorn oak. It was surprisingly simple. He took a spine from the tree and used it to stab his now elderly mother. The sacrifice imbued the needle with the power to overcome death. A life for a life. That is the cost. When our party found the tree, it was hidden in the oldest part of the forest, guarded by gnarled, twisted branches and thick overgrowth. Through this was a clearing. The tree stood at its centre. Pillars of sunlight punctured through the canopy. An aberration could be seen floating nearby. It resembled a hovering sphere with a gaping maw and a single great eye, surrounded by four lesser eyes growing from its body. The creature was a spectator, a lesser beholder summoned to guard places of great importance. The players took the creature by surprise, planting two arrows into its face. The spectator responded with a paralysis ray, immobilizing the party cleric. The paladin used his divine smite to finish it off, but not before suffering the full effects of the spectator's necrotic ray. Wounded but alive, the party took a short rest and investigated the area. They found the remains of the ritual that had summoned the spectator. A circle of salt, 4 mummified eyes taken from a beholder, an iron to bind. A heavy padlocked chest sat at the centre of the circle. Inside we found the white thorn spine, along with a note. It was from Arthur. It explained that he had taken the spine from his brother and hidden it here to keep its dark power out of mortal hands. The players returned to Kilkoom, but refused to give the spine back to Dan. Enraged, the old wizard attacked the party. Summoning a fireball, he hit the cleric and the paladin. The rogue dodged the blast, and brought the old man down with an arrow to the chest. Before he died, Dan looked up at the party. There was tears in his eyes. He begged them, "Please, finish my journey. Give the spine to my brother." The party decided to honour this dying wish. They found Arthur in his apothecary shop on Chapel Lane, unconscious, in bed and surrounded by his family. Without explaining themselves to the bewildered onlookers, the party barged in and pricked the sleeping man's finger with the white thorn spine. Arthur's face filled with life. His deep wrinkles faded, and his skin grew taut. Thick black hair returned to his head. He was alive and youthful. His family was overjoyed. The party waited expectantly for a reward. When Arthur awoke, however, he was horrified. The thought that his life was saved by the accursed object, the thing that he had spent so long trying to hide from the world. Disgusted, he began to shout and scream and throw things about the shop. The party received no reward that day, other than a swift exit and a banishment from the old city.